Good morning, afternoon and evening everyone. My name is Liam and welcome to the trailer breakdown for the Alola forms and Z moves revealed for Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer that was just released today on the 1st of August. This is going to be a very damn long video because it was a long trailer and there was a lot of stuff included about it, and there's a lot of rumours flying around as well. So I'll try to include them as I go along. But let's just jump into the first bit. Certain Pokemon are thriving in Alola. So we got Rockruff, we got that bee thing, I don't remember its name. Exeggutor, the first one to come up. Exeggutor gets a much longer neck and is now a grass dragon. So weak to fairy, drops its quad bug weakness, stab dragon. Looks pretty cool. Just a little note on these Alola Pokemon so far. The general idea behind them is that every Exeggutor that you catch in Gen 7 will look like that, will be a Grass Dragon Alola form. If you want to have the old Exeggutor, the Grass Psychic form, or any of the other old forms of Pokemon, you have to bring them over from previous games. So you have to trade or Pokebank with Aurus or X and Y or something like that. That's the only way to get Exeggutor or any of the other Pokemon in their previous forms or in their original forms, from what we understand so far. So we got Exeggutor here. That's pretty. I assume that move looks like Dragon Rush to me. I don't know about you guys, but that looks like Dragon Rush. Dragon Rush animation is usually like something that's coming down and smacks down. At least that's what it was in Gen 5, I think. I'm not sure about Gen 6, but that looked like Dragon Rush to me, so I don't think that's any new moves there. Next up we have Vulpix and Ninetales, who become Ice and Ice Fairy with Snow Cloak. So I wonder how Vulpix is now going to evolve. Like, is it just going, because it used to evolve with Firestone, but obviously there's no Ice Stone. I mean, there's an Icy Stone, but there's no Ice Stone for evolving it. I doubt it'd evolve through Water Stone. That'd be ridiculous. So maybe Vulpix now evolves through level up instead of a stone in Alola, or maybe you have to take Vulpix to an Icy Stone, like how you evolve Eevee into Glaceon. I don't know, but that's something worth mentioning, is that Vulpix now has to evolve through a different means. It's not going to be Firestone anymore. If it is Firestone, I'll be very surprised. Also, Ninetales being Fairy type. The fact that some of these Pokemon are getting new types, it kind of throws off the movesets for Pokemon, because now Exeggutor is going to have to know some Dragon moves, and Ninetales is going to have to know some Fairy moves. Two types of moves these Pokemon cannot learn at all so far, so far as Aurus. So now can Ninetales... So Ninetales in Sun and Moon is probably going to have to learn Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam or something at least. But then can you teach a Ninetales that you bring over from Aurus Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast as well? Because it's still technically a Ninetales. It's just a different form of Ninetales. So can that learn Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam? Maybe? Maybe there's going to be a lot more Pokemon getting a lot more Move Tutor moves or Egg moves, or... I don't know. But that's something worth thinking about as well. So we have Vulpix, and this one's pretty damn awesome. So that's fairly certain that's just Ice Beam. I like the new Ice Beam animation. That's cool. Little features, the ice going around it. We've got Ninetales, which looks pretty damn awesome. I'm not sure what that is. I think that might have been sheer cold. It didn't look like Blizzard, and it didn't look like any other move that I can think of apart from Freeze Dry, but I think that was sheer cold. Next up we have Sandshrew and Sandslash, who also become Ice types, except Ice Steel types with Snow Cloak, so raises evasion in the hail. Again, same thing as Vulpix and Ninetales. They're going to have to start getting some Steel moves and some Ice moves. So will that increase Sandslash's and Sandshrew's coverage overall, or just ones that you catch in Gen 7? That's something worth thinking about again. I generally love Sandslash. Sandslash my favourite one. That move was just Ice Ball. Nothing new there. I'm fairly certain that was just Ice Ball. That was Metal Claw, I assume, especially since it was super effective against Delibird. So I assume that was whatever it's called. Metal Claw. More new discovered Pokemon. So while we're looking at it, we got pretty much all the Pokemon we've seen so far. We can see someone riding Tauros and riding the horse thing. I never remember the horse thing's name. I'm sorry about that. But we got some Rowlets down here. We got Litten down there. We got Rockruff. We got Exeggutors everywhere. We got Pick-a-Pecks all over the place. All sorts of things going on. All sorts of things going on in this picture. But no new Pokemon here. The only thing really showing off here is a boat, which might not mean anything. That might just be scenery. There's another island there that's got... I have no clue what that thing is there, but it could be something, I don't know. But main thing here is we got people riding Pokemon. Everything else is kind of standard, pretty much. So we got new Pokemon. Right, wait for this to load up. Boop, bop, bop, and bop. So we have a new bird. We have a bird Pokemon. That is called Oricorio. Or it's Oricorio, something like that. It's Oricorio or Oricorio. I've no clue which one's which. But this first one you can't see because my web... In fact, let me just turn off the webcam real quick. This first one is Fire Flying and is a Bale style, or Bailey style. Then we have Pom Pom style, Electric Flying. We have Payu style, which is Psychic Flying, and Sandshrew style, which is Ghost Flying. So I assume these are just like different Hawaiian dance styles, I would assume. Or maybe just different island dance styles. But this is basically, I mentioned it in my reaction, this is like the dealing of this new generation. It's like the Furfro. I wouldn't say it's like the Furfro. It's like the advanced form of a Furfro and a Flabébé, who looked different depending on where you caught them. And Furfro you could change its haircuts for and stuff like that. And dealing changed depending on season. This one changes depending on which island you catch it in, but it also changes typing, which is fairly cool. That changes typing as well. So it's not just simply cosmetic. So you've got to assume that all 4 birds will be available in each game. Like none of these would be region specific. Was there any new Pokemon there? I didn't even see. Hold on, stop. No, we've seen all those ones before. Okay. And its ability Dancer, so it copies everyone's dance moves. So if you use Quiver Dance, or if you use Dragon Dance, or if you use... I don't know, what other kind of dance move... What different dance moves are there? Let me just pull this up. Pokemon dance moves. If this gives me, like, actual dancing, I'll be very, very upset. Let's have a look. Da-da-da. So we got Feather Dance. So we got Petal Dance, Swords Dance, Rain Dance, Fiery Dance, Teeter Dance, Dragon Dance, Quiver Dance. Lunar Dance. Quite a lot of dance moves that I didn't even consider. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know why you'd want Lunar Dance, but hey, that's pretty cool. And it copies it, so that's interesting. I can't see this Pokemon being very competitive. It just kind of looks like a gimmicky thing. Maybe it'll evolve, but that's interesting. This one has my interest more than anything. Minior. Rock flying type. Clearly just like a Meteor. Shields down is what has me interested more than anything else, because I haven't really explained what it does. And, sorry, I should have said this at the start. Complete disclaimer. I'm recording this pretty much exactly after I'd done my trailer reaction, so there's a lot of stuff that is going to be announced in the coming hours that I am not seeing, so don't start saying like, oh, you're wrong, or oh, you've done this wrong. Just post it in the comments like, hey, this got announced, you missed it, so whatever. But as of right now, I don't know what Shields Down does. I assume that was Power Gem, that kind of just looked like Power Gem, and that's Aurora Beam. Shields Down though. It breaks off its shell and it turns into this thing, which is Minior's core. And there's different colours of it. They look pretty cute. Look like Super Mario Galaxy Star Bits. They haven't explained what Shields Down does, but if I had to assume, I assume it just... Hold on, I'm not ready yet. If I had to assume what Shields Down does, it pretty much just like lowers its defense and raises its speed greatly. That's what I would assume. I'd assume that its defense goes down, but its speed goes up. That's just my first initial thought. I could be totally wrong. But it just kind of makes sense from shields down. He loses a chunk of rock, so he can't take hits as well, but he's lost a lot of heavy rock, so he can move around faster. That's just my guess, though. Next up, we have Gumshoes, the evolution of this furry little bastard. And he looks pretty vicious. He's got Stakeout and Strong Jaw, so not much new there. He's roaring, he's got his arms behind his back, he's ready to fight. He's not very tall. And he gets some kind of bite move there. Nothing really to talk about there. It's just like the evolution. It looks kind of cool. It'll probably be at the same level as things like Ferret and stuff like that. So don't expect loads out of it. I mean, Strong Jaw's quite cool, so maybe it'll get high up there. But I can't imagine this thing being amazing. Just put it that way. I just can't see this thing being amazing. Now we have a new grass type. We have Fomatis, and we have its evolution, which is Lurantis. They both have Leaf Guard. They're both pure grass types, and I love the hell out of this thing. I think this thing is one of the coolest designs to come out of Sun and Moon so far. It looks gosh darn amazing, and that thing's kind of cute too. So, uses Razor Leaf, which is a grand affair, and this thing's amazing. So these are like its legs. Those are like its legs, and that's its arms, and it's just like, come at me! And it's got wings and everything, and a new move, Solar Blade, which looks, holy crap, amazing. It looks like a very, 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 very strong attack. Like, I think this could be the Earthquake of grass moves. I could see this being 100 base power, maybe 100 accuracy. I could see this being an Earthquake grass move, because that looks vicious. Next up we have the horse's pre-evolution. We have Mudbray, who has own tempo and stamina. It's a donkey, pretty much. It's just a donkey. Of course, this does mean, I don't know what that move is either. That may have been Magnitude? That may have been Magnitude. Magnitude, it doesn't really matter. That may have been Magnitude. But it does mean that this horse is not just a standalone Pokemon, so it's probably going to be fairly decent stats, because if it evolves, then it has alright stats 9 times out of 10. I reckon that's Magnitude, so take that what you will. Next up, we have riding Pokemon, so straight away, riding Pokemon. We have a police officer on a horse. Police officers confirmed for Sun and Moon. I know you was all waiting for that. Tauros. It seems like all of the mounted Pokemon have specific jobs and specific, maybe not jobs, but specific skills they can use. So Tauros can smash through these rocks, as you can see. The horse, I never remember its name. I should remember its name. I'm so sorry. Everyone's going to post it in the comments, but I'm just going to keep calling it the horse. The horse goes over these rocky paths I assume no one else can go over. Kind of like how Rhyhorn went over them in X and Y. Sharpedo swims and can smash through rocks like that, which is pretty cool. And Charizard, I just assume, flies over stuff. I'm not ready to stop talking about that yet. Now, there's a big rumour going around that these mounted Pokemon things are replacing HMs. So you won't need to know Surf, you can just use Sharpedo to swim on. And you won't need to know Rock Smash, you can just use Tauros to smash rocks. And you won't need to know Fly, because you can just fly on Charizard all the time. And this is backed up by the official artwork, which I would show you now, but I don't have it ready. There is official artwork for the Pokemon mounts. So, in fact, let me just try and search it up while I'm talking about it. There is official artwork for the Pokemon mounts, so it does kind of back up the fact, or it shows that your character has, like, a phone more than anything. This looks like a phone, so they can call up Pokemon that they need rather than having to catch these Pokemon. Here we go, I've got it here. Shout outs to Cerebi, by the way. So, we've got it there. Or if I can just move it around. Stop! So we got it there. So you got, look, he's got like a phone device here and a weird Pokeball looking thing there. So, official artwork for Pokéride. So, Sharpedo swims and smashes through rocks. Horse goes over rocks. Charizard flies. But it's like he has a phone device so that he can call, and she's using it there too. So it's like you can call the Pokemon that you need rather than having to catch them and have them on your team as well. So I can see what people are saying when they're saying that. I shouldn't have closed that really. I might need to open up more tabs to show you guys stuff. Yeah, I can see what people are saying when they're saying that HMs are gone. There is strong evidence that HMs might be gone, which I would love because HMs have always been one of the most annoying parts about Pokemon. Right, the rite of passage. You'll travel to each of the four islands here in the Alola region. The island challenge is about aiming to be the strongest trainer, the Island Challenge champion. These are replacing gyms. So the way they're sort of working, and the way they're generally working, which people assuming are, is that they have these trial captains, which are kind of like vice presidents or vice gym leaders, if you want to put it that way. They're like gym leaders second in command, and they seem to give you some kind of trial at the start. So she says to you, I'm going to need you to find 4 ingredients for me. So they will give you a challenge that you have to do. Lana, water type, you look weird. The grass one looked cool, you look weird. Look at that vigorous splashing, won't be surprised to find a fearsome Pokemon is the one causing it all. So more than likely she's going to say to you, I need you to go beat the fearsome Pokemon, or I need you to go capture it. We have Sophocles, who's a electric type, who says fine whatever, let's get started. So he also has one right here, right now. So fairly certain he has a challenge for you as well. And then you have Kiawe. You will find it is a bit different than the trials you have faced to this point, but of course you will attempt it, right? My trial will test your powers of observation. There will be a dance and then another. So he is telling you that you have to probably imitate a dance. Excuse me. So these trials are not just based on battling. These trials are based on collecting, finding fearsome Pokemon. The electric one might be, I don't know, playing a video game against him for all we know. A little bit of video game inside a video game. I could see them doing something like that. And this one, like you said, is about observation, watching one dance and another one. Then, at the end of each trial, there is a totem Pokemon. So there's three steps to every trial thing that's going on. You do their trial. You then have to face a totem Pokemon, which is a totem version of a Pokemon that it's not like a legendary. And because he's a totem Pokemon, his defense stats rose. You can't see it again because I've got my thing. Totem's Gumshoes, Aura, Flare to Life, its defense rose. So they're like standard Pokemon that you would find that are uber strong versions of them that make them stronger. So it's like an uber version of Gumshoes or an uber version of the new Ninetales form, whatever. And they can also call ally Pokemon. So he called a Yungoos to come help him battle. So maybe Horde battles are coming back. That could be cool. But Totem Pokemon can call for help when battling, which is going to be interesting. And once you've cleared the trial, you battle the Kahuna, which usually means boss. And these aren't really gym leaders either. So Hala is the Kahuna of Melee Island, or Meme Island, or Meme Island, as I keep calling it. Old Hala here will also be going out. Let the grand trial begin. So you have to do the trial, beat the totem Pokemon, and then beat the Kahuna. And the Kahuna is a battle. So they're not really gym battles anymore. And I read this online, I'm not sure if this has legs to stand on, but I have heard that your character's objective with these trial Pokemon is if you beat all these trials, you make your own trial, or you make your own Pokemon gym, or something like that. I don't know where that came from, but that's not something I made up. I definitely read that somewhere, is that your character's objective is to make his own trial or gym or something. and then you fight the Elite Four, or the Elite Four come to your gym or something like that. This game is just like breaking everything we know about Pokemon. And of course we have a new way to attack, which is kind of like the Ginyu Force, in which you do special moves, special arm moves, you do special stuff, and your Pokemon get one Uber attack. So Pikachu surrounded itself with Z power, it unleashes its full Z force, and had Gigavolt Havoc. And you can do that once per battle. Now they don't tell you, they don't say if you can do it once per Pokemon per battle, or you can just do it once per battle for your whole team. I would assume it's once per whole team. Sort of like Mega Evolution. But it might be once per Pokemon per battle, so you don't know. How you unlock these, I wouldn't know. Maybe you have to have a bracelet like the Mega Ring. Maybe Pokemon just can do them after a certain level. Maybe they can just do them all the damn time whenever you want them to do. Who knows? But there's specific ones for each typing, so we're really getting far away from Mega Evolutions now, because we have the chance of having things like Ash Greninja, where you do Soul Link stuff, and now we've got Z moves which you can use one per battle too. So we're really getting further and further away from this Mega Pokemon thing, and getting closer to the reality that there might not be any Mega Pokemon in Sun and Moon, which would be different. Also, the fact they're called Z moves. I know Z moves might just be a clever nickname or a clever name for it, but maybe something to do with Zygarde, because the new Zygarde form is in Sun and Moon too. I don't know. That could be something cool though if Z moves have something to do with Zygarde. I can't imagine they just called it Z move and it has nothing to do with Zygarde at all. That's just my opinion on that. A Z move for every type, and they all have their own little animation. So you saw the electric move was kind of like that or something. The grass move, she done that, which is, they kind of imitate the moves that they're doing. So she went up and Bloom Doom went up and then came back down on Poplio. Poor Poplio. We got fire, so fire. She pushed her hand out and a fireball comes out. So the arm moves kind of mimic the moves the Pokemon's using. And water. I'm not sure if this one mimics it. Hydro Vortex. No, not really. Well, I suppose that kind of wavy vortex stuff, I don't know. But Hydro Vortex looks awesome. And that's the trailer, guys. So those are just little things. And there's also a load of rumours going around which people, again, I know I keep speaking about rumours, but these rumours are like pretty much confirming now. If I can pull up a picture again while I talk about it. In fact, I'm going to wait to get the picture up before I talk about it because I don't want to butcher it, and the visual aid will help. Shout out to @PokeJungle for this picture as well. So now we have what they are saying is proof, and I'm sure you've all seen this picture already. They are saying we have proof that these starter images are real. Proof that these starter images are real, because this character here is, if I can get back to it, wherever it was after all this stuff, is this character here. So if I can get these side by side, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can, there we go. So that one there is that one there. I don't see how anyone can say that's not true, because they are exactly the same. Same hairstyle, flower in the hair, exact same outfit. She's got booty shorts on, she's got dungarees, which kind of look like booty shorts. So everyone's pretty much saying that these images are confirmed now. If I can get the full image to show you guys. Whoop. So this is the Poplio one. So that is Poplio's final evolution. Oh, I should have said, that was Litten's supposed final evolution. That is Poplio's supposed final evolution, and Rowlet's supposed final evolution. With those being confirmed, there was a number of other leaks, a number of other stuff that was mentioned as well, such as Abra, or such as other Pokemon getting the new typings like Vulpix and stuff. So people have been saying that Abra is going to get a fighting type. I should put up the new typings while I'm talking about it. People are saying that Abra is going to become fighting type. Butterfree is going to become bug psychic. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are psychic fighting now. I think Rattata and Raticate are going to dark type, and there might be a few other ones as well that I'm missing out. But those are pretty much, people are saying they are confirmed. I won't say they're confirmed. I'm not going to say they're confirmed, but it's looking fairly likely right now. But that is my trailer in-depth analysis and my thoughts in general, just to give some more ideas behind what I actually think. 25 minutes isn't bad. If you enjoyed it, I liked some of the things that I said, or thought some of the things I said was interesting, you can leave a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, feel free to leave a thumbs down. Leave a comment down below on anything I may have left out, or any new information that I might have missed out on, or your own personal thoughts, or just to tell me I'm wrong. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all very much. Make sure you subscribe for more Sun and Moon videos. Take care, everyone. Mwah. Bye-bye.